So, first off, a couple things. First video I did, I took down. I was like, it was just some personal thoughts I got off my chest, and I was like, that's neither here nor there. Um, you guys come to this channel to see me be funny, so thought I'd do that. Yeah. So also, if you're wondering where Matt is for this Sports Monsters for this Sports Monsters episode, it's mostly due to the fact that like Matt had something to do today, and I thought I could just solo it. I know a lot of people don't really watch this is one of the most niche things on my channel, but you know what? It's fine. So, welcome to Sports Monsters, and we're going to be talking about today my power rankings for the NFL. We're still in the off season, and July is basically, it is like until July 31st when the Hall of Fame game. That's when I feel like football really comes back, is because we're all so starved for football. July 31st, which I consider the Hall of Fame game a preseason game, and yeah, I will sit and watch preseason games as bad as they are. Because I'm so fucking starved for like any kind of football content. So, yeah, unless I'm doing something else, I'll be watching. I'll try my best to watch the Hall of Fame game. Anyway, so for this video, we're going to be talking about for this power ranking the 10 teams I think that are going to be the strongest going in. I will say that the first two are more like improved of these teams. So yeah, so let's get started. Number 10, my pick, as much as I hate to admit it, I think it's the Patriots. The Patriots are probably one of the most improved teams since Gerard Mayo got fired, and they put Mike Vrabel on there. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, Titan's gonna Titan. But Mike Vrabel's a solid coach. Josh McDaniels, as bad as a coach he is a solid offensive coordinator. So to have him back, that makes sense. Drake May is a solid quarterback, and they've fixed the O-line. Defense is a little iffy, but I think the Patriots are in a prime spot to at least make a wild card appearance. I can definitely see them making I don't know if they'd win a playoff game, but definitely I can see them making playoff, especially with the schedule they have. I think they have one of the easiest schedules of in this season. So I think the Patriots are probably gonna make a playoff spot. Playoff win, that's a different story, but I do see them being in playoff contention. Number 9 is the Seahawks. Number 9 is the Seahawks. Another vastly improved team, some new coaching staff. Sam Darnold with an improved. They actually addressed O-line, so Sam Darnold isn't running for his life. His time in Minnesota has really improved him. So hopefully we get Minnesota Darnold and not playoff Minnesota Darnold. Also to have Jalen Milroe sit behind him I think that was the idea, is like when they drafted Jalen, was that Darnold wasn't going to be the permanent answer, and Darnold is going to have that 3-year contract, and Milroe's going to sit behind him. So I think that's a good long-term play, too. I think also it's a solid idea that they've addressed some other things. Secondary, I think the defense, though, much like with the Patriots, its kind of defense is kind of iffy, especially secondary. So that's my number 9 is the Seahawks. For number 8, we have the Packers. The Green Bay Packers, to me, really, I think they've kind of downgraded defensive-wise. Offensive, like having Matthew Golden and some new offensive pieces. Again, these first three teams are just, it's defense that's killing them. Especially with Jair Alexander gone, and I don't know what's going on with their secondary, but they're still a strong team. I could easily see, Green Bay taking the division again. There's really only one team they have to really compete with. I don't, the Bears are going to go, I definitely think the Bears are going in the right direction with Ben Johnson, and we'll see how I don't think the Bears are going to be playoff winners, but I do see them at least having a better record. Winning record, that's a different story, but definitely a much better record. What is it? The one The Vikings, they're still pretty solid. I think they made some choices. It's just J.J. McCarthy is kind of the big question mark on that team. And on top of that, there's only one real opponent for the Packers that is there, and that is the Lions. The Detroit Lions are really the only major threat in the North, and I could easily see them still holding the division for another year straight. They've fixed defense, and this is my number. This is my number 7, real fast. This is my number 7. The Detroit Lions, I think they've fixed defense. That was their one thing that was killing them. Offense, they've only gotten better. They've still got great weapons. But yeah, I think Lions are definitely, still a solid team. At number 6, my number 6 is the Bengals. I really do think the Bengals are... again, the reason why I'm even though their defense is just a mess, offensive they are ungodly. They are just as long as they have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they're good. They're going to be an offensive nightmare to play. That's why I put them over a lot of these other teams, despite the weak defense. So yeah, I'm going to say the Cincinnati Bengals. Then we have let's move on to number 5. Number 5. And this is going to be a shock to a lot of people, but number 5 is my number 5 is the Washington Commanders. The Commanders are one of the most improved teams out there. I really do think that they are arguably one of the most solid one of the most solid put together rookie teams. Jaden Daniels is already proven to be a beast. They've gotten some more defensive pieces and fixed that O-line so he doesn't have to run for his life all the time. I could easily see them going back to the NFC Championship without a doubt. I'm also going to put real quick, because this is my list, tied at number 5. I am going to say also tied at number 5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Reason being is because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are still a solid NFC team. I think they're really slept on because the NFC South is just a giant trash fire. So I could easily see this team just winning the division again. There's really nothing the other teams have done in the NFC South to make me go, oh, they could be tricky this year. The Saints are a mess. The Falcons don't know what the fuck they're doing. And Carolina's still in the midst of a rebuild. I do see some improvement for Carolina, though. So yeah, the Bucs really don't have are just going to run the NFC South for a little while longer. Reason why I didn't put them higher is because the core is aging. Baker Mayfield's solid, but as good as Godwin and Evans are, they are still they're not getting any younger. So that's going to be the big issue is offensively and defensively, the core's getting old. And also Todd Bowles as a coach. So number 4, and this is going to shock everyone, and this is kind of my sleeper team, I think, that could easily get into the playoffs and maybe even make it to the NFC Championship. It's the LA Rams. Yeah, it's the LA Rams. As long as they have Sean McVay as their head coach, there is quite literally nothing that team can't do. I mean, Matthew Stafford isn't getting any younger, and I'm sure they're going to address the QB situation soon after this season. But Stafford is still pretty good, injury prone, but I still think he's pretty solid. They did get rid of some pieces, but they've added new ones. And like I said, as long as that team is healthy and as long as they've got McVay carrying them as a coach, yeah, they're gonna be a feisty team to play against. And really, the only team I can really see this season, because I have no faith in the 49ers, at all. And I don't know what and the Cardinals are going everywhere with their rebuild. The only real team in the NFC West there's only really 2 teams in the NFC West, Seahawks and Rams, that could easily that are my picks for stronger built teams in that division. So number 3 is the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, they have this is no excuse time. They have, again, it's an easy schedule. They have a solid roster. they got to get it done this year. Like, all the pieces are falling into place. They have got to get it done. There's no more, like, this could also, because the window, like, the cap situation is not getting any better, but still, with Josh Allen at your, as your QB, you're going to be a threat. They don't have a solid wide receiver. Doesn't matter. Josh Allen's a fucking beast. So the Buffalo Bills, but I have to stress, as much as I'm putting them at number 3, at number 3, they are basically, this has got to get done, guys. Sooner or later, rather than later, or you're going to be like the Saints of the North. And the Patriots are only going to get stronger again. Yeah. No one wants the evil empire back. So, get it done. So you probably already guessed what the number 2, what 1 and 2 are, but yeah. Number 2, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. They have lost some pieces, but it's still the fucking Chiefs. It's Patrick Mahomes. I think this might be Kelsey's time as a Chief is going down the drain, but you can't count out the evil empire. You really can't. It's just facts. But at number 1, it is the reigning Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's not recency biased, it's just Howie Roseman is the god of GMs, who is, even though he lost some defensive pieces, he immediately fixed it in the draft. And also in free agency. Like, this man is unstoppable. And he has built a team that is going to just dominate that is just going to teabag the NFC. Like, they're really the only NFC threats in the NFC for the realistically, in my opinion, for the Eagles are as followed: the Commanders, the Rams, and maybe the Bucks, because the Bucks have their number. Like during the playoff and in the regular season, the Bucks have had their number. So Commanders, Rams, Bucks. And maybe the Lions. But that's really it in the NFC that can really go to blow for blow with the Eagles. But as it stands, I could easily see the Eagles making it back to the Super Bowl with this team. But yeah, so there you go, guys. That's just my personal power rankings. You guys who enjoy Sports Monsters, comment below, let me know, what are your NFL power rankings this season? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.